Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm here with head football coach Monty Coleman. Coach, thank you for joining us. I see you got your cap on. It must be National Signing Day, right?
It is National Signing Day, and we've had a great day. Started out early this morning, got a lot of the guys that we were trying to recruit. They sent their scholarships and national letters back, so it's been a great day for us.
Well, Coach, go in a little detail about your signing class here.
You know, I can't really talk about all of them, but Ronnie, the coaches have done an outstanding job on the guys that we needed. Evaluating our team last year, there were some areas that we needed to make sure that we sure up. We had 7 young men to come mid-year. Those guys range from offensive linemen to long snappers to linebackers to defensive end. We've got Dimitri Williams, offensive tackle, 6'6", 270 pounds from Sierra College. Nyquil Alexander, this is a young man I'm really excited about. Big Nyquil is about 6'6", 350 pounds. He's from Mercer College. Jack Ray, he's a long snapper. We've got an offensive lineman center, Jaden Glover. David Adu, who's from Grand Prairie, Texas. He's 6'2", 290-pound offensive lineman. We've got a linebacker from Michigan who played behind Willie Duncan in high school, 6 foot, 230 pounds. And Michael Lockwood, a defensive end, defensive tackle, 6'5", 260 pounds. All of those guys are on campus right now. So they don't really count in the recruiting class that we're talking about. In the recruiting class that we've got, much needed help in the secondary. We've got Ardell Anderson, 5'11", 200 pounds, out of Chicago. He's from Riverside Community College. Mr. William Bell, Corey Bell, a defensive back, 6 feet, 180 pounds, kid can really play, man. He's got great hips, got good speed, should come in and give us some help his first year as a rookie. Excited about the receivers that we got. Cameron Bolton, 6'1", 185 pound, from Pearl River Junior College. He should come in and help us. Mr. Cobbs, offensive lineman from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Vicksburg High School, 6'3", 300-pound offensive lineman. Bradley Dixon is an academic kid that we got out of Malvern, stayed in the state. Young man's got tremendous grades, got great size. He's going to play D-tackle, D-end 4, 6'4", 240 pounds. And we just got a whole host of guys that came in, that committed to us. Coaches, like I said, I can't be more excited about the job that the coaches did. They did a great job recruiting these guys. And like I said, they're in areas that we need the most.
Well, Coach, my office is next to Ted White's office, and I heard him do the old-fashioned James Brown. Ow! I feel good when he saw Robert Sims information come down like 6'6", 210, wide receiver from Atlanta, Georgia. What can you tell us about him?
Kid is rangy. He should play as a true freshman. He is 6'6". When he walked into the room, he had to actually duck, keep from hitting his head on the door. He doesn't have great speed, but he's got good player speed. Big possession receiver. Anytime you can get a receiver 6'6", you've got something. So we were very blessed to get Mr. Sims, and we're excited to have him on campus, or we'll be excited to have him on campus.
Okay. Coach, I'm looking at Kobe Watts, 5'11", linebacker from DeSoto, Texas. See, like going through the list, you have a lot of kids. You were able to get a lot of kids from the Texas and Louisiana area. Who covers that area for us?
We've got several coaches. Texas, Dallas being as big as it is, I'll send 3 coaches down there. So Coach Totten, you know, I'm thankful for him. I guess I can announce it. It is public. Coach Totten is now the head golf coach.
Yes.
So he's no longer on staff. I'll be looking for a special teams coach, but he was down in the Texas area. Coach Nivens was down in the Texas area, and also Coach White. So they spent a lot of time down there. They dug out some folks down in the Texas area. Also in Louisiana, you got Coach White, who's originally from Louisiana. He was able to get in some of the high schools there that we hadn't been in a lot of years and get some players. And that's how we got them. That's how we got him. Now, we did get a couple of local kids. Mr. Rocket, we were able to get him, Ronald Rocket, out of Pine Bluff. 6'3", 180-pound safety, and he should come in and compete for a starting job also.
Well, Coach, tell our viewers what is the process of recruiting. I know recruiting is an old friend of ours used to say, Joe Taylor said, recruiting is 13 months out the year.
It really is.
And Tell us about the process when you go about recruiting kids and how you bring them on campus and give them a view of the campus, showing the facilities. Talk a little bit about that.
The process, we start recruiting kids as early as the 9th grade. We'll start offering kids in the 11th grade. We really don't have the luxury a lot of times to offer the younger kids, but we'll follow them from the 11th grade on up to their senior year. We'll bring them in during the season. We have recruiting weekends during the season where they'll come in, they'll go to some of the games or go to the game, and we're making our evaluation from that, trying to get them to get acclimated to us as we're getting acclimated to them. Then we'll send the coaches back out about 3 times a year, and they'll continue to recruit the young man that we're trying to recruit. They'll bring him in on a visit. We'll do home visits with me as the head coach going out to talk with them, and we're just trying to sell them. We're trying to sell our university. We're trying to sell our program and let them know that they'll be a good fit within us. And a lot of the guys that come on campus during recruiting time, from January through signing date, which is the first Wednesday of every February 1st Wednesday, those are the guys that we're trying to get to bring them on campus. And Ronnie, we're recruiting hundreds and hundreds, and maybe even thousands of people that we're trying to get. But we can only sign 30, so. It's kind of a first come, first serve. Who wants us? That's who we want. And we've got a great recruiting class right now.
Okay, well, Coach, tell us how excited spring football is right around the corner. How are you excited about spring football getting started?
I'm really excited about spring football. A lot of the guys that we have on the team from last season, a lot of them will get their first opportunity to go through spring football. Now, for us, spring football is an evaluation period. We're going to evaluate all the guys that was here last year. I wish that we could have some of these guys that I just named off, the Kirkpatricks, the defensive lineman, 6'4", 290 pounds from Alaska. I wish I could have him doing spring, but he's a true freshman, so he can't go through it. But we do have 7 guys that was junior college ball players last season that's on our campus that we'll be able to go through. So they'll get acclimated to our style of offense and defense, and they'll be just a step farther when we get to our training camp.
Okay. Well, Coach, give us a breakdown on position-wise. How many offensive linemen did you committed to us?
Right now, during December, that was on campus right now, we've got 4 offensive linemen, and we had 9 others to commit to us during the signing period.
Okay, and I'll go through the list. I'll see that we had a couple of backs to sign. You want to talk a little bit about them?
They're defensive backs, not running backs. We're loaded at the running back position. All of our guys that was on the team last year will be coming back at the running back position, but we were able to get some defensive backs. Sean Steele, 5'11", 190 pounds, kid out of Arlington, Texas, can really play, defensive back. Corey Bell, I may have mentioned him a minute ago, 6 foot. That's great size for a cornerback. So the guys that we have great ball skills and have great hips. So I'm excited for these guys.
Well, Coach, and as we were prepared this list, I noticed you didn't have a quarterback on there. So talk about a little back. We have Brandon Duncan returning, Leo Patterson returning from last year, and Roger Totten the second returning. Talk about that a little
Actually,
bit.
we lost Nolan Sorensen. Last year we had 5 quarterbacks on scholarship. We lost Nolan. We've got Brandon coming back. We've got Marcus coming back. Terrell coming back. We've got Lee Earl, and we've got Totten. So we've got 4 quarterbacks. Now, we can sign 30. I mentioned that a minute ago. We can sign 30 prospects during recruiting. I've got about 6 spots left, all right? Now, what you do is you kind of hold those spots for guys who thought they were going big time. A lot of times they're great, very, very good quarterbacks that think they're going to go big time, but they don't. Now what you do is you go back out and you still recruit. So defensive line, quarterback, and other positions will continue to recruit even after recruiting season's over.
Okay. Well, Coach, is there anything else you'd like to add to Goal Line Nation, tell Goal Line Nation?
I'm truly excited. I've talked to most of the guys that we have on our list. I'm excited. They're excited. My only wish was that they could come to spring, go through spring with us, but in due time they'll be on campus, and I think these guys are going to bring some excitement to Golden Lion Stadium.
Okay, well, Coach, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Ronnie Johnson with head football coach Monty Coleman. Thank you for joining us, and have a good day.